Welcome to Secure the Bag, episode 3, week 3 NFL picks. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, your boy Shrizzy. What's up, Slack? Fam, what's good with y'all, man?
We back in the building one more again.
Yeah.
And it's time. It's time to make our picks for this week's NFL games. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up these graphics without further ado so we
Yeah.
can jump into it. Last week, we each you and I tied with 12 each. But the winner was Mom's again. She had 13.
Man.
And I got to give a big shout out to her and Miss Stephanie Washington. They tied for 13 correct picks in week 1 and week 2, but Mom has edged Stephanie out on the tiebreaker each time.
Mhm.
So they are the leaders in the clubhouse though. So far, they're killing it this year.
This year, last year before. Well, I don't know what it is about the pick 'em, but Stephanie, Mom's, Aunt, they be killing it. They be killing this mode. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like not that they're not caring people, but they are able to take their heart out of it. I feel like I do good at the pick'ems, but then my heart gets involved sometimes, and I just be going crazy. So I'm gonna try to be more cold. You know what I'm saying? More calculated with it.
I'm gonna have to start robbing Mom's picks from the pick 'em for FanDuel though. I'll pick my own picks, Mom's, for the pick 'em. But I'm gonna have to start robbing your picks for some money making purposes. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure,
like,
that's a bad idea right there.
Killing it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so she got two Super Bowl squares already. But don't forget, you can play along with us in our Yahoo Pick'em each week. Whoever wins each week gets a Super Bowl pick, a Super Bowl square for our big grid at the end of the year. And so it's a lot of fun. So even if you've missed the first couple of weeks, you can always jump in. And we love to have a big competition. And we need more people to help knock Moms and Stephanie off their perch right now. So
yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, hey, we need to update these pictures.
I know.
These pictures. I know. I was like, man, I'm way too skinny in this picture.
I know. I just need to get on the. I know you got a bunch of new pictures out, so I just need to steal one off of Instagram or something, or just shoot a couple my way so I can update this.
This is funny. It's all love. It's so funny.
These are probably from 2019 or 2019 or something like that. So it's crazy how time flies. We've been doing this for 6 years now. So
crazy,
pretty crazy. Yeah. All right, let's jump into it. I'm gonna let you go first on these. I'm just gonna set the game, and then you tell me what you're feeling. Starting off with tonight, we've got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, man, it's actually a crazy week. A lot of these games this week are kind of crazy. So for betting purposes, you know, so make sure y'all do your research wisely. You know, what I'm saying, first and foremost. But you know, I'm going with the Bills tonight. And I think they cover too. If I'm being completely honest, so I'm going Bills.
Yeah, Bills in a route. I think it's the seat has already been hot for McDaniel, but now it's going to be scorching, blazing. The line is like 11.5, but yeah, I don't see any reason why the Bills don't dominate, especially being at home. So
for sure,
this is a bad spot for the Dolphins to be in for sure.
Yeah. And I got a question too, and I think I'll pose the question now when we talk about on the Tuesday show. But you know, what do you think about coaches not always necessarily doing what's right for their job? You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is like you're playing for your job too. You know, or you're coaching for your job as well. These players are playing for theirs. At a certain point, I just feel like maybe you should have replaced Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like even going back to last year, maybe the year prior. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. I think maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more because, like you said, McDaniels is definitely on the hot seat. I mean, he's shown that he can be good offensively, but just right now, Tua just has not been performing for him.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get fired. You know, so he's gonna get fired.
Right, you'll be the one. Tua will still be under contract. So.
Yeah.
I think we could definitely dive more into that conversation because it is an interesting one. But I think it's a delicate balance. And I think it's the way you come in, and definitely with what happened with Brian Flores in Miami, I think whoever was going to replace him was going to definitely listen to the front office and listen to what they wanted. But it's hard to win if you can't do it your way, and you only get so many opportunities in this league to be a head coach. So might as well go out on your own terms instead of somebody else's. So that's good stuff right there, though. That's a great conversation. We'll have to continue that Tuesday on the big show. But moving into Sunday, we got the backup bowl, the Bengals at the Vikings.
Yeah, this one's tricky, but I'm going with the Vikings. If we're talking about two backups, I'm going with who has the better defense, and I'm definitely going with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings as well. It's tough because their starting running back is out too, right? So they're missing their running back and their quarterback, but they have the weapons around, and they have a veteran quarterback to come in. They do have a few pieces behind Jordan Mason. So, yeah, I just think the defense, like you said, the defense is going to travel. I want to welcome in Anthony West.
What's up, Ant?
A couple other viewers out there too. So don't be afraid to throw your picks out there as we move through this. Let's see. Next up, we've got the Texans at the Jaguars.
Texans at Jaguars. This one's tricky too. The Texans have honestly completely underperformed, in my opinion. For some reason, they're struggling, and our boy in Texas just hasn't looked the way he looked. Stroud hasn't looked the way he's looked. His rookie year. So I think I'm going Jags in this one. I think it'll be close, but I think Jags at home might take it. I think Houston might lose this one and go down one.
Oh man, that's what's tough for me too. This is a toss up for me. It's really a 50-50 game.
Yeah. But
I'm leaning the Texans only because they have underperformed. They have the pieces there, and they can't go 0-3. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Anthony West said he picked the Jags in the pick'em, so that's gonna be a tough one. But this is a division game too; those are always tricky. But this one's really a toss-up for me. I might change it, but I don't know why. I think the Texans for right now. We'll see. Next up, we got the Colts at the Titans.
Yeah, this one might be fun. The Colts have actually been exciting to watch. Actually, like they haven't been winning games, just dragging stuff out of winning by defense. Like no, like. Daniel Jones has actually performed quite well these first 2 weeks, and even though I think the Titans haven't gotten there, did they get their first? Did they win week 1? I don't know if they did.
No,
I think they lost. They lost last fourth quarter. But I like the way Cam Ward has looked. But I'm taking the Colts. I think the Colts roll, and I think they go 3-0.
Yeah, I'm going with the Colts as well. I do think they get to 3-0. It is unfortunate for the Titans, but they haven't had the easiest schedule coming out of the gate. Right? They played the Broncos, then they played the Rams. So that's kind of tough sledding. And then now you got the Colts who are upstart. They look really good. So, I am going to go with the Colts as well. I think that they get to 3-0. And I think we're going to have to find out whether they're true contenders or pretenders within the next couple of weeks. But so far, they're looking pretty solid.
Yep.
All right. Next, we've got the Raiders at the Commanders. Possibly Mariota going against one of his former teams. If Jaden Daniels can't go, that's will be a game time decision. Well, who do you like in this one?
It's one of them ugly games, especially with sophomore quarterback Jaden Daniels not be able to go. But I'm still going Commanders. I know they're gonna get better. I just don't think it's gonna be this year. So I'm going Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going with the Commanders as well. I feel like Mariota is a veteran. Like he's a solid player regardless. And so he can come in and step in and do what he has to do. And then the Commanders are just a better overall team. But the Raiders. I hate to say this, man, it's early, but Genty is not looking too great. They continue to just give him the rock and let him see and let him pound and see what happens. But he's averaging just over 2 yards a carry.
Yeah,
he's not breaking tackles, not burst, not pass blocking. And it's kind of sad because like Zamir White out of Georgia last year, he got a lot of the start and a lot of the bell cow carries. And even he, as like an undrafted rookie, did better than what we're seeing from Genty. And Genty was a top 10 pick, right?
Yeah,
it was like 10,
9,
11,
right?
9.
Yeah.
So that's not looking too good. Obviously, the Raiders still got Brock Bowers, but they need that running back weapon. They need something to happen back there. So we'll see. All right, next up, big rematch, NFC Championship game rematch, NFC playoff rematch, Rams at the Eagles.
Yeah, this might be my upset of the week, man. I feel like if the Rams offense comes to play, I think they can definitely get the upset here. As we always say with undefeated teams, sooner or later they have to lose. And Ant said it on the Tuesday show, like the Eagles are definitely beatable, and I believe that. Obviously, every team's beatable, but I don't think they're as strong yet as their record shows. So I think I'm going with the Rams. I think this is the upset of the week for me.
I like it too. Yeah, this one is 50-50 for me, and I'm like, okay, maybe the Eagles because they're at home, but the Rams, that was where their season ended last year. And if it wasn't for a few breakout Saquon Barkley runs, like those long runs he had, the Rams were in that game and still had a chance to come back and win that game. So I feel like this one's been circled on their calendar. I think the Rams got something for the Eagles. And I know it's early, but Saquon hasn't looked as dominant as he did last year coming out last year. So, I think you're right. I think I'm going to go with the Rams as well as a little bit of an upset there. But both really good teams. So either way, that's a good matchup.
Definitely.
All right, next up, we've got the Falcons at the Panthers.
Yeah, this one's rough, man. Like it's really hard. Like it's their first home game, and I would love to see them get this dub, but I just still don't see it. I feel like we might kind of be in tank mode. Like I don't know if we've completely given up on Bryce just yet, but hopefully we can get something going. But I just did not like what I saw last week against the Cardinals. So I'm going with the Falcons. I think Falcons win.
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons as well. The Falcons defense really started to get involved. Their safeties look better. Their passers look better last week. And the Falcons offense is going to be all right because they do have a lot of weapons. So, yeah, I'm going with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Robert, I got to say, Bijan Robinson, like, even though it's quiet because he's with Atlanta, but, like, he is really, really good. And he lived up to the hype from jump. Like, he is a really good player. So, I think that they'll be all right in this one. All right, next up, we've got the Steelers at the Patriots.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know why. I still feel like Patriots might steal this game, but I think they do. I said the Aaron Rodgers we saw in week 1 is not the Aaron Rodgers we're going to see throughout the rest of the season, and that definitely showed up in week 2, them losing that game. And I don't know. I just have this feeling Patriots are going to win this game too. I picked them last week. I'm going again with them this week.
That's funny because I'm on them as well, too. I know the Steelers are favored in this game, but, for something about Mike Vrabel-led teams, and this was the same thing with the Titans, where it's like even when they were outmatched, he found a way to keep them in the game. Yeah. And they're at home. And I do feel like the Steelers, like, I'm a little bit worried about them, man. Like, they did not look good last week, just making some silly mistakes, giving up that touchdown on the kickback. It's like, how do you not know the rules? It's a little bit weird for a Mike Tomlin team, but I'm going with the Patriots as well. Wesson is going with the Steelers, though. So we'll see if that's one of those where he gets us in the end. Next up, Green Bay at Cleveland.
Yeah, until the Browns figure out their offensive woes, I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay on this one as well. But something is telling me a little bit tricky that this might be like a closer game than we would expect. Obviously, the Browns. So nasty. Yeah, the defense is still nasty with the Browns, so I think that they still hang in this game. And the Packers, I don't know if it's just I'm tired of hearing about them. They're not the world beaters. It's only 2 weeks in. Everybody's got them going to the Super Bowl and the team to beat in the NFC. Yeah. I think we need to slow down a little bit on there. But they do have a favorable start to the season. They've had some really, some games that have been favorable to them. So we'll see. Anthony West says, will there be a game where we pick the Browns? I got to double check their schedule, but I'm not sure.
When they play the Bengals again.
They're not going to go winless, but I don't know when they're going to get that win or two. But for now, it's not looking too great.
They should have kept Jameis.
Yeah, just let him sling it around, man. Like that was fun.
That was the best the offense looked in 3 years.
Right. Man, that was a mistake, but they wanted to go with 3 rookies and a 44-year-old.
I know.
Next up, we got the Jets at the Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks, man. Like, it's like seeing my boy there. It kind of sucks. Yeah, Baker. It sucks kind of seeing him do well. The Bucks have continuously been doing well since even since Tom Brady retiring. And it's like we had him. Like all we had to do is just get rid of our coach, but we decided to get rid of Baker, way too soon, in my opinion. Especially how he was doing with Dave Canales at Bucks, 2 years ago. So I'm going with the Bucks. I think Bucks win this game. Jets are still a hard team to. And didn't what's his face get hurt too? Didn't he go down?
As well? Fields is out, so Tyrod Taylor is starting. So Bucks, Fields is in concussion protocol, and so I agree. I'm going with the Bucks in this one. And I feel like this is a little bit of a get back for Todd Bowles, man. He's such a good coach, but he's not flashy. He's not like super exciting, but he is like a really good coach, and his players love him and play hard for him. And the Jets, I think they had ever since they got rid of him, they've looked directionless. So we'll see. And then Anthony West says, see above question. So is there going to be a game where we pick the Jets? I don't know. maybe when they play the Dolphins. We'll see. All right, good AFC West matchup. The Broncos at the Chargers.
Let's see. Yeah, this one's tricky. I feel like the Broncos defense has not been what we are used to seeing, especially this year. Again, it's only 2 weeks in, but maybe they split this, but I don't think they take it from them at home. So I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers as well. They did look a little rocky against the Raiders. I think they played down in the competition a little bit. I think that they'll be ready for the Broncos in this one, so I'm definitely going with the Chargers at home. Yeah, Broncos, man, they got to get their stuff together pretty quick here. They struggled against the Titans in week 1, but did get that victory, and then they looked bad last week. So we'll see what kind of Broncos team comes out this week. Next up, we got the Saints at the Seahawks, and this always reminds me of the Beastquake game when I see this matchup. Obviously, none of those players involved, but who do you got with this one?
I'm going Seahawks because the Saints are just bad. You know what I mean? And sooner or later, I kind of expect the Seahawks offense to really get going. A lot of new pieces on that team this year, so I think it might take a little bit, but I'm going Seahawks at home.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks as well. They did a good job last week. They're a physical team. They're just a better, well-rounded team. Saints, Anthony West says, another one. Will we ever pick the Saints? It's going to be tough, man. Like, Kellen Moore has a lot of work cut out for him, but I feel like this is almost just like a discovery year for him where he's just going to, like, kind of get his stuff together, and they'll be going into next year with the true plan. So, I don't think the Saints are going to be making much noise this year at all. So I'm definitely
and he doesn't have his quarterback yet. You know what I mean? Like obviously they're not. Spencer Rattler's not a. I want to say he's not a starter in this league, but he's not there yet. You know what I mean? So it'll be a little while.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up, I think this will be a great game in the afternoon. Cowboys at Bears.
Yeah, this one's so weird to me, and the only reason why is just because the defense for the Dallas is just so bad right now. We know it's going to be bad. We know they have to win games, offense, but until we see Caleb Williams be better and Ben Johnson's offense look better, I can't pick them yet. So I'm going Dallas too. At least I know what I'm getting with Dallas's offense. I don't know what I'm getting yet with Chicago's. It might be close though, honestly.
I agree. I think that Dallas wins this game, the better overall team. But I think this might be the week that Caleb Williams gets on track a little bit more with that offense, especially going up against a defense like that just gave up 500 yards to Russell Wilson. So we'll see, man. But I think the Dallas will hold on and figure it out, and we'll see what happens with the defense. Hopefully, it gets better, getting a few pieces. And they also signed Jadeveon Clowney, which we'll see what he has left in the tank.
True.
But maybe that'll help a little bit. But yeah, I'm going Cowboys in this game. They should be fine.
Oh, for sure.
All right, another good one. NFC West matchup: Cardinals at the 49ers. 49ers are starting Mac Jones again.
Yeah, Mac actually looked pretty good last week. He didn't look terrible. I keep saying the Cardinals are a better away team than they are a home team. But I would expect Christian McCaffrey to tear the Cardinals up like he normally does. So I think I'm going to take San Francisco at home. They might split this year. I'm thinking San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm taking San Francisco as well. I think the Cardinals, there are 2-0. This is awesome battle of 2-0 teams. But the Cardinals have had the favor of a little bit of a lighter schedule so far.
Oh, for sure.
And I think this is their first true test. And like you said, Mac Jones has done well. I'm a Mac Jones fan. Yeah. I think I know things went south for the Patriots, but he didn't have like any true
weapons,
no support, and he was solid. So I feel like in a team like the 49ers with that coaching scheme, with the great play calling, he can do what's necessary to keep them afloat.
Oh,
so
sure.
I think he'll be just fine there. So yeah, definitely going with the 49ers. Anthony Weston agrees with us on that one as well.
Yep.
All right, moving into Sunday Night Football. I don't know how this is prime time. Chiefs at Giants.
Yeah, I think Chiefs get their first win this week. I think the Giants they're tanking. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously they're gonna make things competitive, but Russell Wilson is not their future. Dart might be, but we don't know that yet. But I still think they're tanking. So I think Chiefs they get their first win this week for sure.
Yeah, definitely Chiefs. The Giants are rough, but I mean, other than like just Russell Wilson like closing his eyes and throwing deep, I know their offense has not looked very good. And you're right, man. With Jackson Dart, it's like just get him out there, man. Why not?
For sure.
But I think we'll see that sighting soon enough once they're like 0-4 or 0-5 or whatever. But I'm definitely going with the Chiefs. And honestly, I'm not joking with this. Like, well, kind of joking, but I really think that when they made this in the offseason, it was only because they're like, we can get Taylor Swift on TV in prime time. They're like, how many cutaways can we get to Taylor Swift on Sunday Night Football? Other than that, like, there's no reason why you would think like, oh, this is gonna be a good matchup. Like the Giants, I don't know, but that's what we got.
I know they got some injuries, but the Chiefs do lose this game, they might be in some trouble. And
for sure, they better not mess around with this one.
Yeah, they might be in some trouble.
But they're getting some receivers back, so I do think they'll be all right. I agree with Anthony. But Chiefs,
I'm going Chiefs too for sure. They get their first dub.
All right, last game of the week, Monday Night Football. We got the Lions at the Ravens. This is a fun one.
For sure. I'm going Ravens. I think the last time these teams play, I think Ravens beat the snot out of them. The Lions don't necessarily always do very well against teams with good defenses. As soon as they play a team with a good defense, like that's when like the turnovers start coming like crazy and stuff. So I'm definitely going with the Ravens on this one.
I'm going with the Ravens as well. I know the Ravens defense isn't what we're used to, but they're definitely solid. And the Lions, they had a great output last week, but they are still getting used to the new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. They're just not the same, like, Campbell is that like stabilizing factor, and he's done a great job, but they're still kind of figuring things out. Yeah. So I am going to go with the Ravens in this early one. But my thing is, Ravens, if you can get a lead, don't mess around. This ain't the Browns. You know what I'm saying? You can't just assume you'll be fine.
Facts.
Because even in that Browns game, it was pretty close through the first half. So
it was.
Like, yeah. So
real close.
It wasn't just what the scoreboard ended up like. So Ravens can't mess around, but they should be able to take care of this game.
Yeah.
All right, that was the week 3 slate in the NFL. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down the graphics right quick, put us back up to big mode, and I'm going to ask you really quickly because we're just at like 20 minutes. We want to make this a quick show, in and out, just get our picks out there and our predictions out there. But anything you like in terms of props or like lines this weekend, real quick?
Yeah, a couple of them this week. I was looking at the lines for even just tonight's game. The pass attempts for Tua are about 36.5. So I definitely like his over on yards. So it looks like they're probably going to be passing a bit. I think the Bills get up pretty heavy quick, so Tua's going to be passing a lot this game. So I like his over on yards, and it's jumped up too. It was at like 233. Then I think I got it in at like 237, and right now it's at like 244 or something like that. So his passing yards has kind of been going up. So hopefully you get it in at a decent line. But I like Tua's over on yards. I also really like Josh Allen for an anytime touchdown. I think he jumps in the end zone, steals one from Cook, maybe even 2 today, honestly. And then because of Tua's over on yards, I think Tyreek has a somewhat decent game. So I think his over is like 61 and a half, something like that. So I think he can get that. I think he can get that today.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going out there trying to make sure he's playing ball and looks like a good guy because he's trying to get up out there too. So he's got to show people he still can do it, even on those underthrown deep balls from Tua. So I like that. I definitely think they will be down. They will be throwing a lot. I like that Josh Allen. Anytime you can get a quarterback like touchdown in there, that really helps your odds go up on like a parlay, on like a same game parlay.
Yep.
But I like Cook as well. I feel like he'll get a lot of extra, with them being up, he'll get a lot of extra touches and some catches out of the backfield. So check those guys out. The total line at 11.5, I still think the Bills get it, but that's just a little bit of a stretch for me. I don't really like double digit, favorites. So I'm probably going to stay away from the spread, but yeah, it should be a pretty fun game. And we'll see if how Mike McDaniel survived, but they got to look at least decent tonight. Maybe not win, but they got to look competitive. So
for sure.
All right. So that was Secure the Bag for week 3. We will be back on Tuesday, episode 317 of the big show, where we'll be talking all sports and then recap the week. And then next week we'll do it again, probably around the same time, same place for sure. On Thursday, where we'll make our picks each and every week. So until then, we will see you next time. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
Peace.